loves a reunion. Everyone loves going back to their high school or 10 years or 15-year anniversaries.
Oh.
But this one, we're going back to a guy from 2 years ago who only played 1 year for the Chiefs. So a familiar name is appearing as a cut candidate all over the internet, and that is JuJu Smith-Schuster. JuJu had a tough time in New England last year, battling injuries all throughout the season, as well as battling horrendous quarterback play. While his name is being thrown around as a fit for the Chiefs, contractually, it doesn't make much sense for the Patriots. Smith-Schuster still has 2 years remaining on a 3-year, $25.5 million contract he signed last March. Designating Smith-Schuster as a post-June 1st cut would leave behind $9.6 million in dead money in 2024 and an additional $2.6 million in 2025. JD, if JuJu Smith-Schuster is cut, which I don't think is going to happen based on the dead cap number that he has, do you think it would make sense for the Chiefs to have a reunion with JuJu?
Oh my gosh. Well, I said this. We brought up the whole deal with Ayuk. I think we got the guys that we need, that we want. I think we have that. I don't think New England lets him go. He's a cut candidate, like we said, but who do they really have up there? Can you get a guy to develop, especially with a new coach? You got a new quarterback. You got new things going on up there in New England. So I would, at least for me, I would keep a guy like that around. To be honest with you, but I don't know if the Chiefs will try to reunite with JuJu Smith-Schuster. That's always on the back burner with guys. You hear names all the time. Being attached to the Chiefs. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Chiefs outlets are talking about potentially bringing him back if he's available. He had some decent numbers with us and end up getting him that contract that he got in New England. But yeah, as far as from their point of view, it doesn't really help them because they're going to have to pay $10 million in dead cap. But then you have a lot of young guys. Which I did love their draft. They drafted the guy that you were a big fan of, Jalen Polk from Washington, and they drafted Javon Baker as well in the draft. So they came away with two young studs, and it's good to have a guy who's won a Super Bowl, who's been around different organizations on that team to be kind of a mentor for these younger guys. So I think that does bode well for them. Then they also brought in KJ Osborne as well this offseason. So they have brought in some guys, but I mean, JuJu is a guy who's been it all, and he could be a nice mentor for the young bucks. And as you've talked about before, having that guy is huge. And I do think we brought that guy back, and that was McCole Hardman. We're already talking about how deep it is as our receiver room is right now. And JuJu in there, that's only going to complicate things even more. It's a guy who's also, since he left Kansas City, he's gone back to his injury ways, which he had before he came to Kansas City. In Pittsburgh, his last few years in Pittsburgh, he was nicked up all the time. Goes to Kansas City, healthy, gets paid, goes to New England, and he's nicked up again.
Yeah. So he did well with us for the year, right? We know that, and we appreciate what he was able to do. Bring the Super Bowl here to the Chiefs. But I think this part of his career, New England has no reason to do this, right? They'd be on the hook for what was it you said? About $9 million? Something?
9.6 in dead money in 2024 and an additional 2.6 in 2025. So about 13. About 12.
Yeah, to me, I think we're good where we're at. I really do. I think we let the guys that's in the building ball out. I think they just let them go ahead and compete for the spot. But we got enough guys. We got enough guys, man. We do. So I'm not a big fan of it bringing JuJu Schuster back. If they brought him back, I'll cheer for him like we did when he was here last time. But as far as like him coming back, I don't see it.
Do you think I think so? One of the publications that made the point, if JuJu is cut, which I don't think he's going to be based on the number, but if he is cut, it would make more sense if Rashee Rice's suspension is handed out. Then you can bring JuJu in to be that Rashee Rice replacement for that time being. That's the only thing that would kind of make sense to me. But right now, as is, it doesn't make much sense for me. Hey there, Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns. Today, I'm here to tell you about our new affiliate partner, and that is Temu. You've probably seen them on your Instagram, Twitter feeds, even the Super Bowl commercials this past year. But today, I want to show you some of the good stuff that they have on the website, and I got a few Chief gems that I'll be doing a quick unboxing for you right here. So let's dig in. One of the first pickups I got from my Temu purchase was this Hollywood Brown jersey right here. Number 5, newest Chiefs edition. I think he's gonna have a really good year, but yes, you can get this on the Temu website, and I got this for about $15. Also got an Isaiah Pacheco jersey here. So yeah, I think, ooh, look at that. Isaiah Pacheco, boom, 15 smackaroos for this thing. Yeah, I think Isaiah Pacheco, yeah, I think he'd probably rocking this one out during the season for sure. Temu is the place to go for affordable Chiefs merchandise, and use our promo code for all the good stuff you can get on there. So yeah, get in on the affordable merchandise that Temu has for our Chiefs this upcoming season.
Me either.
All right, so to all those publications out there, put the JuJu Smith-Schuster stuff on hold.
Let me say this. They'll keep attaching different people to us. Wide receiver, we're good at. We're good. We don't need to hear any more names as far as wide receivers coming into the Chiefs. If we're not okay with what we got right now that's in the room with Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Nicole Hardman, Justin Watson, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Remigio, Justin Ross. Who did I leave out? Who else I got? That's 9 right there. If we're not okay with just those 9, pal, what are we doing? What are we shipping for? Okay, I think we know now what we got. Okay, I know people talk about it, but to me, we need to go ahead and put that puppy to bed. As far as trying to get somebody else in here, unless you come into camp and everybody stinks. If everybody's just dropping everything and everybody's just not running good routes, and I mean, even then, you still had to have some sense of semblance of patience, right? You had to. So, yeah, man, I'm kind of like Wendy and Andrea. Yeah, I'm kind of over this. Wide receivers and talks and stuff like that, man. Let's ride with what we got. I like the guys in the room. So
I feel like people have an affinity, especially with our fan base, I guess, because JuJu was a big name. We brought him over, and he won a ring with us. I guess there's an affinity there for bringing back guys who won a Super Bowl with us. I don't know. I thought JuJu was serviceable for us. I thought he, in the 1 year he was with us, I thought he, was a bigger contributor than MVS ever was.
He was balling. He was the number one receiver. Yeah,
he was solid. So
yeah,
he just, he hasn't really. Hasn't really been healthy outside of a few years in his career. He's only had 2 healthy years in his career. So it's like we're bringing him over, and we're talking about that cap number for New England. It just doesn't make sense for them, and it really doesn't make sense for us. You and I had trouble last week naming 7 receivers. We had trouble naming 7 last week as far as who's going to make the team. You add him in there, it's like it's a bit of overkill. I think you're right. I mean, yeah, but when I saw everyone talking about JuJu coming on, I was like, we need to talk about this to kind of put his baby to bed.
We're compounding the problem. We were making a problem more than it would be like a solution. It's not a solution to anything. He did well when he was here, like I said, and I'm not disparagingly against JuJu whatsoever. I think he's a great wide receiver. He was good when he was up in Pittsburgh. When he came here, he was a good wide receiver. I think if he comes to a different organization, he'll be good here too. My thing is the guys we have in the room, I'm good with. I think we ride with that. We've had the best wide receivers we had in years. While they're talking about bringing in more, I feel you, Rick. And I think we just, because it's topics to talk about, but people are always trying to attach the name to the Chiefs, bring it here, whatnot. And you'd be surprised. Some people's like, man, I still don't like the wide receiver room, which I think is crazy. I think it's crazy. Send Sky home with his lunchbox and don't let him. What? Pono? No, man. I disagree with that. I look. I'm a guy. I like Sky more because he's from a smaller school. I think this year has to be his year for him to make sure that he's showing out. I'm not giving up on him. I think he has the potential, man, to be good here. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see Pono. We'll have to see.
I think a lot of the receiver talk, JD, is that people who aren't satisfied with like the KTs and the Sky Moores of the world, and they don't think everybody outside of that is enough. And I think that's why you see publications, JuJu Smith-Schuster cut candidate. He's coming back. He could come back to the Chiefs. I think I'm going to guess I'm not one of those people. It's just one of those things. I think people just want Sky gone. They want KT gone. They don't trust Justin Ross. They think they don't trust Xavier Worthy's hamstring. They don't trust that Hollywood Brown's going to be healthy the whole season. So I don't know. But if you don't trust all those things, then you shouldn't trust that JuJu Smith-Schuster would be healthy coming back to Kansas City, because he hasn't really shown that much in his career either. So it's like, I don't know. But
yeah. So Moore will be warming the bench this season. We'll see. We'll see. I hope he's not. I hope he's get out there and plays and he blows it up. That's what I'm hoping for him.
JD's buying the Sky Moore stock at a very low price right now. He's getting in early, guys. You guys should get in early with JD right now. It's never going to be lower than this. It's never going to be lower than this.
That's right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.